A landmark 2024 New England Journal of Medicine study revealed a direct causal link between plastic particles in human arterial plaque and catastrophic health outcomes, with a staggering hazard ratio of 4.53. To put this in perspective, traditional risk factors like smoking, diabetes, or high LDL cholesterol typically carry hazard ratios between 1.5 and 2.5, making microplastics far more dangerous. Hazard ratio of 4.53 indicates a massive and independent contribution to mortality risk from plaque instability, suggesting these plastics aren't just markers of pollution but active drivers of cardiovascular catastrophe. Moreover, as these microplastics and nanoplastics, or MNPs, are now ubiquitously contaminating our entire biosphere, they started to breach critical biological barriers in humans. They've crossed the placental barrier protecting developing fetuses, the blood-brain barrier safeguarding the mind, and even infiltrated the intracellular environment of vital organs like the human heart and testes. Beyond the cardiovascular system, MNPs pose an existential threat to species survival by severely impacting the reproductive system and overall endocrine function. The sharp decline in global sperm counts and testosterone levels over decades parallels the explosive rise in plastic production, with recent research pinpointing specific molecular pathways disrupted by these particles. Microplastics inflict damage on mitochondria within these cells, slashing energy production, and block critical enzymes that are essential for proper testosterone production. Polytetrafluoroethylene, or PTFE, commonly known from non-stick cookware like Teflon, has been specifically linked to reduced sperm progressive motility and overall fertility. Beyond cardiovascular health, testosterone, and fertility, microplastics also threaten the brain. Nanoplastics can slip past the blood-brain barrier, where they disrupt neural function and drive chronic neuroinflammation. This persistent brain inflammation can accelerate cognitive decline over time. Result: brain fog, Alzheimer's plaque formation, and higher dementia risk. Now, let's debunk some common myths, starting with the idea of eating a credit card a week, which is nothing more than a sensationalized exaggeration. The real threat from plastics isn't their total mass, but the immense particle count, measured in trillions, and their high bioactivity that causes biological havoc. Another persistent myth is that BPA-free products are completely safe. In reality, this often represents a regrettable substitution with equally harmful alternatives. BPA was frequently replaced with chemical analogs like BPS or BPF, which mimic its structure and exhibit similar or even more potent hormonally disruptive effects on the body. Finally, the myth that all plastic simply passes harmlessly through your digestive system is false. Nanoplastics routinely cross the gut barrier into the bloodstream, detected in 77% of tested individuals. Everyday items deliver shockingly high doses of plastics. For instance, a 2024 Columbia University study found 240,000 particles per liter in bottled water, with 90% being invasive nanoplastics. A single plastic mesh tea bag steeped in hot water can release a staggering 11.6 billion microplastics into just one cup, dwarfing contributions from nearly all other dietary sources. Even so-called microwave-safe plastic containers can release billions of nanoplastics per square centimeter when heated, leaching far more than expected. So, what can you realistically do about this? We need a systematic, science-backed protocol to halt exposure, enhance elimination, and upregulate your body's resilience against these persistent environmental toxicants. First level, stop the influx through foundational avoidance. Ditch bottled water entirely. Instead, use a reverse osmosis or distillation filter and store your water in glass or stainless steel containers. Never heat food in or on plastic, as it accelerates particle release. Opt for glass or ceramic containers for storage and use wood, metal, or high-purity silicone utensils for cooking. Avoid those plastic mesh silken tea bags that shed billions of particles. Choose loose-leaf tea steeped in a proper infuser or verified paper tea bags instead. Next, enhance elimination with active defense. Induce sweating through sauna sessions, aiming for 20 minutes 4 times per week to mobilize toxins. Induced perspiration proves highly effective at removing lipophilic additives like BPA and phthalates from the body, with studies showing these toxins twice as concentrated in sweat compared to urine. Maximize your daily fiber intake to over 30 grams, primarily from insoluble sources that act like a physical mesh in the gut, binding particles and speeding up their transit time for excretion. Additionally, consider supplements like modified citrus pectin, proven to bind both plastic particles and associated heavy metals, aiding their safe removal from the system. Finally, upregulate resilience through systemic detoxification by regularly consuming sulforaphane-rich foods such as fresh broccoli sprouts. Also incorporate specific probiotic strains like Lactobacillus plantarum, which research shows can bind to microplastics directly in the gut, boosting their excretion by over 30% while reducing inflammation.